Today's multiplication strategy is called changing the equation, and during the strategy we are going to do exactly what you hear. We're going to change the equation in order to make an easier problem, and then we will figure out what to do with the amount that we left out or added on. So in this case I have the problem 38 times 9. Now my hope would be to make this a mental math problem. Well, I know that I don't know 38 times 9, but I know that I know 38 times 10. And 38 times 10 is 380 because we've got a multiple of 10 and then we've got a basic fact of 38 times 1. Now what I really had was 9 groups of 38, but I solved 10 groups of 38. So I actually added on one group of 38. So since I added on a group of 38 from my original problem, now I need to subtract a group of 38 in order to account for the difference. So now I would do 380 minus 30, because I'm going to subtract in parts, which gives me 350. And then 350 minus 8 equals 342. So I made one more group of 38, so I went back and subtracted one group of 38, and now I've got my final product, which is 342. Let's look at another example. Let's say I have 49 times 6. Well, that could mean that I have 49 groups of 6. 49 isn't really a friendly number, so I'm going to round 49 up to 50, and now I'm going to solve 50 times 6. Well, 50 times 6 is a mental math problem because it's a multiple of 10 with a basic fact. So I know that all multiples of 10 end in 0. And how many tens do I have? I have 6 times 5 tens, which would be 30 tens, or 3 hundreds. So I did 50 groups of 6. I only needed 49 groups of 6. So now I'm going to have to subtract 6 because I added on one group of 6. So since there was an extra group of 6 in this answer, I've got to subtract my one group of 6 in order to get to my actual answer. So then I'm going to solve 300 minus one group of 6, which would give me 294. Now, a lot of times this strategy is really good to help you with basic facts that you may not be very comfortable with. So if I look at my 7 and my 6, I'm going to look for a number that 7 or 6 are close to that I already know. Well, I know what 7 times 5 is because my 5s are really easy for me. I know that that's 35. Well, I didn't need 5 groups of 7. I needed 6 groups of 7. So I still have to add on one more group of 7. So I know that 5 groups of 7 is 35, so then 6 groups of 7 is going to be 35 plus an extra group of 7, and that will give me an answer of 42. So then my answer to 7 times 6 is 42. Let's look at one more basic fact that I may not know that I can use changing the equation with. Let's say I have the problem 9 times 8. Okay, well I don't know my 9s very well, but 9 is really close to 10, so I'm going to round this problem up. Instead of 9 groups of 8, I'm going to solve 10 groups of 8. Well, 10 groups of 8 is 80, but I only wanted 9 groups of 8, so I actually added on one extra group. So now I need to go back and subtract that group of 8. So 80 minus 8 is 72. So if 10 groups of 8 is 80, then 9 groups of 8 has to be 72 because I just subtracted 1 8 from my 10 groups. And don't forget, when you're using changing the equation, you can either round a number up to make the problem easier, or you can round the number down to make the problem easier. It just depends on where your numbers are at. Good luck on using our changing the equation strategy this week.